Hey y'all, welcome back to Dots and Beyond. I'm Beth. Today we're delving into core values and their pivotal role in shaping our lives and aspirations. Let's go ahead and get started. What exactly are core values? Let's break it down. Core values are the fundamental beliefs and principles that guide our lives, shaping our decisions and actions. They act as our internal compass, helping us navigate the complexities of life. Here at Dots and Beyond, we structure our core values around an elemental life operating system, selecting one core value for each of the 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. It helps us narrow down the options to only 5. We're not going to use the elements today, but I do encourage you to keep your core value list to no more than 5, maybe 6. That's why they're called core values. Core is the central, innermost, or most essential part of anything. Since we're talking about the elements, imagine core values as the roots of a tree buried deep in the earth and providing stability and nourishment. Now, why are they so important? Core values provide clarity, purpose, and alignment in our lives. They're like a compass that guides us toward our truest desires and passions. For instance, consider the value of honesty. If this is a core value for you, it will influence your choices, your relationships, and even career decisions. Imagine working in a job that requires you to compromise your honesty daily. It might create inner conflict and dissatisfaction. Understanding core values is not just about listing them, but realizing their profound impact on our lives. Stick around because later in this video, we'll do an interactive exercise to help you identify your own core values. Now that we grasp what core values are, let's explore the benefits of identifying them. It's not just a theoretical exercise. It has practical implications that can significantly enhance our lives. First, identifying your core values provides clarity and direction. It's like having a personal GPS that keeps you on track. Consider the advantage of having this clarity when it's setting your intentions. Your intentions become more focused and tailored to what truly matters to you. Let's say one of your core values is adventure. Like me, it's my core value for the spirit element. Your intentions might involve exploring new places, trying new activities, or seeking novel experiences. Second, aligning intentions with your core values ignites passion and motivation. When you're passionate about your intentions, you're more likely to stay committed and resilient, even when faced with challenges. Third, core values act as a compass. When faced with choices, you can evaluate which option aligns best with your values. For instance, if family is a core value, you might prioritize spending time with loved ones over working late. Similar to decision-making is prioritization, which is our 4th benefit. Core values help you prioritize your intentions. When you clearly understand what matters most, you can allocate your time, energy, and resources accordingly. If career success and work-life balance are both core values, your goals might involve finding ways to achieve success without sacrificing personal time. 5th, core values can help you maintain balance in your life. They encourage you to set intentions in the life domains that matter to you, such as home, health, relationships, career, and spirit. This is another reason we tie our core values to the natural elements. There are many other benefits to identifying your core values, including providing resilience during challenging times, providing a benchmark for evaluating your progress, and leading to long-term satisfaction and a sense of fulfillment. There's so much more to explore. Stick with us as we move into the interactive part of the video, where we'll help you identify your own core values. Grab your journal, pens, markers, or download our core values toolkit from the description box below. This is a step-by-step guide to choosing core values, but you can definitely do this exercise on paper. That toolkit is available on my Patreon, and it is free to all paid Patreon members. I recommend knowing what life domains are important to you and selecting a core value with each domain. Let's go ahead and get started. A life domain or life area refers to a specific aspect or category of an individual's life that contributes to their overall well-being and fulfillment. When setting core values, considering different life domains allows for a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding of what matters most to an individual. These domains often encompass various facets of personal and professional life, providing a framework for identifying and prioritizing those values. Again, I recommend choosing no more than 5, maybe 6 life domains, and I structure mine around the 5 elements to help me keep that list to a minimum. This is a brainstorming session, and it's meant to get messy. Start with a circle that represents you. Around that circle, let's write in all of the life areas that feel important. I'm going to go ahead and do just 5. You might have 8 or 10 because we're going to try to narrow those down. I've already done this exercise, so I know what mine are. If you need more ideas for your life domains, you can always look at Level 10 Life, Moxie Life. A lot of those things already have domains broken out for you, and you can decide which one of those relates best to you. Once that's done, evaluate if you can combine some of these areas under a single banner or header. For example, one of my life domains is career and creativity. These 2 words may seem opposing. One is focused on my day job and the other on my creative pursuits, like Dots and Beyond. I have defined this domain under one word, contributing, more on that later, and both of these areas are ways I contribute to the world. Hence, I lumped them into the same domain. This exercise may take you a while. In fact, each step may take a few hours or even days. Don't rush it. Your goal here is to get those life domains down to the recommended 5 or 6 to keep from being overwhelmed in other areas of your life. Back to contributing being the defining word for my career and creativity domain. I want you, on the same piece of paper, to brainstorm a similar word for each domain. Yes, this is different from the core value. Write out 2 to 3 action words you associate with each domain, with the goal of narrowing it down to 1. Once you have several words for each of your domains, I want you to go through them several times. If you need to look up definitions to remind yourself what the actual definition of that word is and if it truly relates to your domain, then that's what you need to do. This again is a process that I have already been through, and I narrowed mine down to career and creativity is contributing, which we've already talked about. Home and hearth for me is grounding. I need a place to help me feel centered. Relationships is all about connecting for me and making those connections. Soul and senses is discovering, and health and wellness is thriving. You can see I started to stick some of my core values on there instead of my action words, and that's okay. But yes, health and wellness is thriving, and thrive was actually my word of the year for 2023. And I just felt like it was a good word to encompass what we want out of health and wellness moving forward. Now we're going to take this basis. You're going to get another blank page, and we are going to work on identifying your core values. At the top of that page, I want you to write down your domains as well as the defining word that you have given to that domain. In each of these spaces, you're going to write down phrases or images that resonate with you under each category. These could be related to your interests, priorities, or things that make you happy. Don't rush it. This process takes time. The internet is an excellent resource if you get stuck. It is okay to Google a list of core value words if you need inspiration. I will link some options in the show notes. Many core values also fit comfortably into more than one life domain, so you might have duplicates across your column. The workbook has many words you can choose and some blank space to fill in those that may resonate more with you. Step 2 is to narrow down the options. Review what you've written on the first spread. Circle or highlight the words, phrases, or images that stand out the most. When I began my core value journey in 2021, this is the bullet journal spread I used. Consider why each word is meaningful to you. As you go through this process, you will narrow down the words in each life domain that generally represent who you are. You may eliminate some. You may combine some into additional words. For example, some of the words that started coming up for me over and over again, and they're marked in black as ones that were really resonating with me, were honesty and authenticity. I ultimately decided that authenticity encompasses honesty, that if you are an honest person, you are an authentic person. I did away with honesty and rolled that into authenticity. Those are the decisions you are making as you make your list and then go through and edit your list. This list can be as long or as short as you need it. This is really one of those things that's going to take you a minute. Once you narrow it down to one core value word per domain, sit with it. I want you to put it away and decide when you want to come back to it. As humans, our perceptions are subjective, and a word that speaks to you today may seem frivolous later on this week. We're fickle like that. Once you're comfortable with your core values, I want you to write a purpose statement for each one. Take yet another clean sheet of paper. A purpose statement is a concise and clear expression that outlines the reason for the core value's existence. It serves as a guiding statement communicating the fundamental objectives, values, and aspirations defining the overall purpose. For this exercise, you need 3 columns. One will have your life domains and their corresponding action words. The second column will have the assigned core value to that domain, and the third is where you're going to write your purpose statement. My purpose statements live in Notion, but I'm happy to share them with you. For home and hearth, my core value is stability. Stability allows me to feel comfortable and financially secure. Stability sets the tone for my future. Stability creates a path for my boys to follow. In my domain, career and creativity, my core value is creativity, even in my workplace. Creativity connects me to myself. Creativity frees the mind so that I may absorb knowledge more easily. Creativity challenges. Creativity nurtures confidence. For relationships, my core value is authenticity. Authenticity reflects me back to myself. Authenticity is honesty and integrity. Authenticity is trust in myself to do what is right for me. Authenticity makes life rewarding. For my health and wellness domain, my core value is balance. I do live with bipolar disorder, and balance is sort of the overarching theme all of the time for health and wellness for me. My purpose statement, balance is maintenance of my mental and physical health in a way that brings harmony. Balance is less stress. Balance is more intention. Balance is learning to moderate. For soul and senses, my core value is adventure. Adventure brings a sense of vitality, intensity, and energy into all my endeavors. Adventure has an uncertain outcome. Adventure forces me to think bigger about who I am. Adventure is stepping into the unknown. Now that you have your life domain, as well as its action word, your core value, and your purpose statement, it's really time to put your core values to work. The next step in giving your core values something to do is to structure your goal setting or intentions around your identified values. Review any goals you're currently working on. With which life domain and core value does this goal or intention align? Is this goal or intention worth your time and attention now if you can't place it? The reason for limiting our life domains and the core values assigned to each is to help set our personal boundaries. Strive to assign no more than 2 goals or intentions per life domain at any given time. Here you can see for each one of my areas, I have 2 distinct goals. This is the Sterling Inc. Common Planner. We have Sunday, 1 year, half year, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily, and I have 2 assigned to each one. When you do this, you're going to need to keep a someday maybe list for the overflow. Most of us have plenty more than just 10 goals going at any given time. The point is that you're supposed to focus your energy on the ones that need to get accomplished first or the ones that have highest priority. Keep a someday maybe list so that when you do finish a goal, for example, one of my goals for this year was to move into an apartment, and that is now happening in mid-February and is not going to take up the entirety of my year. I'm going to need to move one of my other goals for home and hearth into that space. Each time you have a priority shift or need to begin on a new goal, review how many intentions you are pursuing and determine if one can be put on hold for some time. Another way to give your core values purpose is to put them on your vision board, like I have here. Smartphone wallpaper or any other method that puts them front and center in your daily life. Congratulations, you've done some emotional work during this exercise, and it may have taken some time, from hours to days to weeks. recognize that accomplishment. It's also important to recognize that our lives change over time. My core values today are very different from 20 years ago. Establish a timeline to review your core values to ensure that they still represent you the most. This could be annually or even on a 2 or 5 year cycle. Set what feels good to you. Reviewing your core values can help you avoid being blindsided by a personal priority shift, which can lead to dissatisfaction and burnout. I hope this video or its accompanying workbook, should you choose to download it, serves as a guide to discovering your core values and will be a reference for reviewing them from time to time. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It is one of the best ways you can help Dots and Beyond. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next one.